Okay, we're live. And I think we're live. Yes, I have to wait for this thing to start up over here.
I believe so.
And then shut it down. Hi, Scott. Hi, Nathan. Yeah, okay. Oh, it's already shut down. Cool. That's good. Okay. So, got some things. I don't know. I think a lot of shit happened with Stinky Snake over the week, and then I think after that, here's Nathan.
Well, shit's been collecting because we've been silent for a while.
I know we've been silent, but Stinky Snake, he's kind of I think he's become boring and repetitive. You can only listen to his cackle so many times, and you think you've watched Wizard of Oz reruns 5 times too many, because he kind of sounds like the Wicked Witch, doesn't he?
He's going after Tog right now.
Who? Tog? Oh, he's always going after Tog. Jesus Christ. On his channel? Or, yeah, I guess he had a thing.
I mean, they're having like an actual conversation, so I didn't really listen into it. I just sort of saw it.
Well, the fucking thing is, like, he got mad at, what is it, Memory DM or whatever last night, and they had some fight over some biblical nuance, something about whether the 3 gods are one or whether they overlap or modality or whatever. And then what happens is that Smokey just keeps hammering you until you acquiesce, and then they kiss Smokey's ass and make up. They don't kiss and make up. They have to kiss Smokey's ass and make up. It's a little bit different than a normal relationship where you kiss and make up. In this case, you have to bend over and kiss his ass. Then he's okay with you, and he's done this, and they're doing it with what's his name, Ginger, Quentin, yeah, that guy, and he's kissing her butt, and it's just like, but there was some pretty incredible shit that, for one thing, okay, he was talked into Smokey and the Rage were talked into going on. Who the hell is it?
Modern Day Debate? James?
No, this, what is his name? He's just a hilarious guy, but of course, I forgot his damn name. It went on his channel to do some kind of game show, right? And it was just, what was his name? Okay, there was Brenton versus Smokey on Modern Day Debate about Trump. But then there was, yeah. I am not ready. Do you remember, Nathan, what whose channel they went on? So okay, Brett Keane, I think he went on his channel. Will Kincaid, and I don't know who Brett Keane is, but anyway, Will Kincaid. So did you not see that Smokey?
No,
and
I don't really keep up with Smokey outside of like your live streams. I don't care enough about him.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, I guess it's probably the case for me. So, but so from the cover photo for the stream, should I expect a critique of the? No, that's holy shit, Batman. Watching what happened this week in the Smokosphere or the Stinky Snake Sphere, like when I watched. Okay, so he gets talked on to going on this show, and then Stinky does a stream right before the show and explains how he's going to trap Nokosuchi. And get him to say things about the whole Jen Aldrich situation. And he's going to have the last piece he needs for this work of art video he's doing to take down the Rage. Okay. So they go on the stream, and that's all Knock does is the whole time reads a couple of really good, but mostly bad Jesus and God jokes. Like Jesus goes to an inn and goes into an inn and hands a man 3 nails and says, "Can you put me up for the night?" Shit like that, right? And so every time he said, "Okay, Smokey, I have something really serious to discuss with you," and he does another joke and another joke, and Smokey, it was getting ganged up on by a bunch of atheists, and you could see he was getting extremely irritated, and I swear he was sobbing just a little bit, he had a little bit of a tear in his eye, and he wasn't getting, he was making fun of the jokes, and he wasn't getting he wasn't getting the meta thing that was going on, right? He didn't understand the meta picture, the whole thing that the rage was not going to fall into his goddamn trap, and it was just so funny. And actually it got a little bit. I actually felt a little sorry for him.
Nah.
Yeah, I know he doesn't deserve that, but I mean, I actually started to feel like, oh shit, somebody's got to save this poor fucker. Or, why don't you quit? And then he went on his stream and he comes up with this old early video that the Rage did. I'm going to switch to my headset here.
Okay.
Better audio, I think. So he came up with this thing that the Rage did. That where he was parodying, he was doing this whole parody where he was in love with this Christian broadcaster, some YouTuber, some lady, and he was like stalking her, but it was a parody, right? It was a parody of him just pining after this woman, and he called her a hoe once, and it was like done in such a way. I mean, he wasn't actually calling her that; he was just doing it, like throwing it out as a bit of humor. And that was all. That was the best that Smokey could find on him. So it's just fucking ridiculous. Oh, we're okay. Let's see.
Well, I just want to say hi to Nathan Art because I don't think I've ever interacted with him before.
Yeah. Hello there.
Right. Good night. How's everyone doing?
We're doing pretty well.
Yep. As you guys know, I'm a victim of the Brotherhood.
You are a victim of the Brotherhood.
I believe it.
How long were you abused? Was it over an hour?
Yeah. Well, it was rough, man. I came there just to talk to the guys because they said like, "Oh, we're men and we talk men stuff. We're not softists." So I went there to talk men stuff, and yeah, it didn't quite work out so good for me.
Yeah.
No, I mean, if it's over an hour, I think you can actually apply for federal aid. Yeah, if you get 2 hours, you're on permanent disability for life. If you can endure 2 hours, so.
I feel like most people who are fairly active have learned, like, if they have a late night 6-hour live stream, don't join. They're just gonna gang up on you. I feel like most of them aren't even worth talking to, and the ones that are, don't talk to them in groups of more than like 2. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, the first time I went on there, I think it was with John, and
John Maddox,
me in one of those logical talks about if you find a piece of stone and had a language on it, would it come from a creator? And he went on this whole dialogue about a creator and intelligent design, and it was a good conversation the first time. So I thought it wasn't going to be too hard on me the second time, and yeah.
When was that? When did they go off on you?
That was a few days ago, right? Or a week?
Something like last week. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I was listening to it. I don't know. You can only listen to John and Otangelo do so many analogy things. Like I had this hangout with Otangelo yesterday morning, and I was mean to him. I mean, I kept interrupting him because
I didn't think you were bad though.
I wasn't going to listen to one more goddamn analogy about a watch or a factory or a language or whatever. You just get tired of it after a while. And anyway, but I brought Otangelo on to talk to him about that particular thing about John, and then he wanted to talk to me about ribosomes, and then right when we got into that, he wanted to talk to me about fucking abiogenesis. They just keep running all over the place. I got tired of them.
Wait, so what did you want to take him on? Talk about John? What did John say that was relevant to Otangelo?
Did you not watch the video?
I watched the live stream, but I was like 10 or 15 minutes late. So y'all were already talking about like going through his blog and stuff.
Okay, he did a debate with Godless Engineer, and then Godless Engineer put a clip up yesterday.
Or
the day before about what John saying that it wasn't a chemical reaction, that it's not a chemical reaction that science has found. It's something else, whatever. So I went after Otangelo. It's like, are you going to admit that he doesn't know what he's talking about? Because that's just ridiculous, and it's just.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so we did that. So I kind of, and Otangelo's been trying to get me to go on his stream, and the problem with Otangelo is he keeps saying the same thing over and over again. Keeps trying to teach me molecular biology, which I already know. Thank you, as much as you can teach me anyway, and then tells me God did it, and it's just like, oh shit. And that whole stream where they went after you, Nathan, it was like they were doing the whole three-way deconversion thing on you, trying to freak you out, and it's just like yeah. And it and you could tell after you've seen it. I don't know if you've seen it more than once. If you watch them do it to more than one person, they have kind of the same strategy. It's like reminds me of wolves circling a sheep and taking little bites at them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's how it feels, right?
They try to find something really specific that they can discredit you on.
Yeah. Oh, and if they can find out that you're a sinner, I mean, God forbid that you were ever a drug addict or.
I know.
Yeah. That's my favorite thing. Whenever one of Ray Comfort's biggest tactics is like, well, have you ever told a lie?
Yeah.
Like, okay, so you're equating lies with like genocide? Okay.
Right. Pretty incredible.
But originally, I thought that Nicholas, he would have been the most understanding person because he was cool in the beginning, and he is just like all of them, the same.
Yeah,
I think Nicholas is pretty chill. Like if you can get him in a one-on-one.
Yeah.
But yeah, and in the groups, him and Prezam are they sort of fall into the same sort of get hyped up with everyone else and just sort of like bash other people.
I lost all respect for him after that.
Yeah.
Well, Nicholas has, he's a nice guy, but he thinks he has to be really hard on atheists, so he play acts, and he doesn't seem to have a lot of social skills. So he kind of like he almost plays at being a bad guy, and he ends up being a really shitty bad guy. And it's like he's acting like he's doing a really bad acting job playing a bad guy, and it's offensive. I had him on a stream, and he just came on hot, and I got angry, and I didn't. I just wanted to get the hell away from him. I couldn't. It wasn't a conversation. It was me wanting for it to end. It was just nuts. I was going to put something up here. Where is okay? There was a debate between Beta Wolf and you know who Beta Wolf is, right, Nathan? That's John Maddox.
Are you familiar with the origin of the name?
Yeah, he was on a stream, and he says, in my last business, they called me Alpha Wolf.
Everyone in my office called me Alpha
I heard
Wolf.
that.
They literally called me Alpha Wolf.
Right. So we named him Beta Wolf or Beta Baby Wolf, and then I call him Maddox, and what else do I call him? Mad Ducks. That's what the Rage calls him, and so he's got a lot of names. I mean, if you end up with more than 4 names to us, it probably means that you're soon going to be irrelevant. And speaking of irrelevant, I haven't heard a peep out of Maddox for over a week. So, I wonder, I don't know.
I think he had an after show after Smokey's debate the other night.
Yeah, that's what I got here. That's September 4th. Yeah, you're right. That's only 2 days. During a quarantine while, 2 days to me is like a week.
True.
Yeah, in fact, I've got a clip pulled up from that right now. I wanted to play some this Brenton went on the after show and talked to Maddox. So Brenton debated Smokey, not John, on the modern day debate, right? On Trump.
Yeah, Trump versus Biden.
And I don't know. My God, and it was just, but I love Brenton's opening. It's like he compared, what did he call? Both candidates are septuagenarian, child molesting, something or another. It was just like he said, but we have to vote Trump out of the office. No matter what we do, no matter who's running, we have to vote Trump out of the office. That was pretty funny.
I had a pretty long discussion with that or about that with someone else the other day.
About just getting rid of Trump.
Yeah, it's like God. I don't know. I still stand by the fact that since I'm in Alabama, I don't have to do that because my vote's going to Trump no matter what. So I can actually vote with my morals.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I don't know. Like I said, I can be persuaded otherwise, but I think that's mostly going to take people convincing me that Trump is not going to win Alabama, or like at least there's a chance of someone other than Trump winning Alabama.
I don't know. This might be a landslide against him because I got a text message yesterday, and it said, "What the hell did it say?" It said riots, police violence, protesters, violent protests, pandemics, and economic collapse. He said, "This is your future under Joe Biden." I texted him back and I said, "Wait a minute! I thought Trump was president." I mean, like they're already blaming Biden for everything that Trump has fucked up in the last year. It's just like, come on, guys. It's just like Trump is king. Oh, we got P. Mars in the chat. He thinks Trump is king. How in the hell can anybody support that bumbling fool after all the shit he's done? I mean, I could see if he was like, George Bush evil, or like, he had that, of course he wasn't really evil. I mean, like Richard Nixon evil, right? Like if he had that edge to him where you knew that he was a competent human being and he actually knew that Finland wasn't part of Russia and and he knew where some countries and states were. I mean, I don't even think he knows what half the states are, for fuck's sake. I mean, he's just a bumbling fool and they want him to run the country for 4 more years. I don't know. I hope you aren't a Trump supporter, Nathan, because it's the wrong place to be. I don't know. Immutable, so you made bail. He's muted. Immutable's muted.
It's a rarity, isn't it?
So they let you out.
They did.
Yeah. I figure, young guy in Florida, I figure that's worth 6 months in the work farm right there. Just
might be.
Yeah, I don't think you have to do anything else. I think you've done it all. You're angry at Trump, so you can't see the truth of Trump. And am I angry at Trump?
Just like you're angry at God.
Yeah, I'm a little angry at Trump. I've been stuck in my house for 5 fucking months because he can't get his fucking foot out of his mouth long enough to handle a goddamn health crisis. Yeah, I'm a little angry. I expected a little better from the United States in handling a pandemic. I mean, aren't we supposed to be great again by now? I mean, Jesus Christ.
Isn't his saying still "Make America Great Again"?
I don't know.
Implying that his first term wasn't great.
Well,
make America virus free again. That's what we get America a job. That'd be a good one. Get a job. Oh, anyway. So what else is up, guys?
Not too much.
Me neither.
Actually, I've been incredibly busy this week because
Really?
I'm moving. Yeah, I'm moving back to school on Wednesday.
Oh shit!
There's a lot of people moving in this quote unquote community this week. Because I know Erica's moving this week. Cheshire Vic's moving this week.
Yeah.
I think there's one more person, but I can't think of who. But yeah, a lot of changing of addresses.
Everyone's moving everywhere.
Yeah.
Except me. I went to Walgreens 2-3 weeks ago for our family vacation. I told you guys about that.
Mm-hmm. Was that your first time leaving the house in a while?
It was. I've been to Sam's Club a couple times. They have geriatric hours or something where they let old people in, about 5 of us at a time, and that's pretty safe. So it still scares me a little bit.
So, as a certified legal adult, or not a certified legal old person, what do you think of Ramat being a gerontologist?
Oh shit!
Is he really a gerontologist?
What's it?
He
Yeah,
claims to be.
He's a gerontologist.
I don't know if he really is, but he says he is.
Well, let's see if I pick up a rock and run in the woods and I attack honeybees and rip off their honey for a month or two, and then eat raw fruit and weird ginkgo berries from fucking South America for 10 years, I'll live another 6 months longer than I would have ordinarily lived. And I'm like, fucking no, thank you. I will give that 6 months back. It's like, I'm sorry, you can have it. Not gonna attack honeybees. I'm not gonna be known as a honeybee fucking killer.
Just ripping apart the hives.
Or a honeybee thief. Like fucking give it a break.
Putting his claws in the wrong place.
Yeah. It sucks. Anyway, I wanted to play a little clip here.
Good.
From something I thought that was extra special. And this is Brenton from Modern Day Debate. Y'all ready? Ready to roll? You know the safe word now?
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
Don't use it during this clip. Let him roll.
Point is, dude, I can tell you are exceptionally insecure, and I can see it in your debate with Rico. So I really don't care what you think. Like, I have a very low threshold of respect
in my
for you
debate
personally.
with Rico.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, you
The level
suck,
of soy
dude.
that's let's tone it down.
Oh no! Don't worry. But I can turn.
I don't know if I caught
down a
that
bit.
one. I don't know if I caught that one.
Wow. So Brenton thinks
I
he's
turned
smarter
that
than me. That I'm insecure.
Intensely insecure.
Intensely
Because
insecure.
again,
Wow.
like you don't have to posture the way that you posture.
Who's posturing, bro?
You are right now. You've been doing it.
I'm literally calling you out on your.
I am
posturing.
literally calling you out on your bullshit. I'm talking like
Dude,
a
you
goddamn
live
robot.
you live in a fantasy land. Do you think because
I'm
you get to
throwing insults at you because at the same time, I guess my daddy didn't love me enough.
go, okay, so I agree.
JLP beta.
Isn't that fucking great?
I love that.
Man.
Oh, I love that man. He just handled that so well. And then where the hell was his?
Maddox truly is the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, he is. he just does. And then I rather liked when he his exit.
After a gun had been fired at him, and the guy is reaching for his weapon.
That was pretty good. It's just like what the hell else? I wonder if there are any other clips from that. Let's see, Icon. I'm not sure what. I did
Top
there.
Dog wants to join.
Oh, where's Top Dog? Oh, I can try to get him in. I sent a lot of links out, so make it a little confusing. I gotta find the right button. Where's the button? Oh, there it is. Let's see. I suppose I'm gonna have to go look up his fucking address somewhere. Some other. There it is. We don't let just anybody in here. Well, in fact, there's one person who we're not going to let in here.
Oh, but he's kind of relevant to the stream, isn't he?
What?
Isn't he kind of relevant towards the stream? You know, what happened yesterday?
Oh, you mean that person that we're not going to let in here?
That individual.
That individual
Is there more
not,
than one, or is there just one band?
There's only one person who cannot come in, and that's why I can't put out a public link. Everybody else in the world can come in, except for one person. And I don't know how to do that. There isn't a button for that on StreamYards. It's like invite everybody in the world except this one person. Make it public, but he can't see it, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I love the guy. You know, he's a nice guy. I really like him. But
He's nice.
You saw what happened yesterday.
P. Mars wants to know if we let theists on the panel.
Oh, fuck no. Not P. Mars. I got to vet you a little bit, dude. In fact, I heard that he porn bombs. Somebody told me he porn bombs. Is that true, P. Mars?
Porn bomb? What is he shares the screen and eats porn?
Yeah, they come on and throw, I don't know, throw porn on their, what could he do on his icon? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, he could video something. But somebody told me that he did that. Now, was that a lie, P. Mars? I mean, because I don't want to say that about you if it didn't fucking happen. There's a ban setting on StreamYard. Thank you, Top Dog. I could ban him. That would be.
Is it possible to like blacklist one specific stream?
I guess there is, yeah, possible to. Okay, P Mars, do you want to tell me whether or not that really happened, or did somebody say something about you that isn't true? Because I don't want to say anything about you that's not true.
He calls it a
I do
vile
not
rumor.
porn bomb. That is a vile rumor. Okay.
It is, okay. Yeah, but I'm not going to let you in anyway until I know that for sure. I'm sorry.
Well,
Somebody
it sounds
made
like he's not
look-
against it. So
Well, if somebody made you look like you porn bombed, then yeah, I mean, you could be that somebody right now with an account that looks like you, and you're not P Mars. So how would I know the difference? Right?
I'm pretty sure that's P Mars.
You know,
No one's gonna be impersonating P Mars in our comments.
yeah,
I
not
don't
anymore.
think people want that stick attached to their name. Quite
I
frankly.
don't think people care.
Not this week. He was on the smoke list. I've created the pudding list. If you end up on the pudding list, what happens to you is I share my pudding.
It
I'm
consists entirely of one person.
Yeah, I was about to say your pudding list right now is like pretty much just immutable and like halfway me.
Fuck. It's
Yeah.
not me that's on that list.
Oh, you're fucking definitely on my pudding list.
I'm on your
Fuck
list?
you. Yeah, I tried
I'm on
all
your
day
list.
yesterday to find out if you're going to show up. Nothing.
I've been on
Crickets.
vacation the past 2 weeks.
Crickets.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay, crickets all day today. I sent you 15 text messages.
Okay,
What is
did
up
it
with
occur
you?
to did it occur to you that if you're sending me 15 text messages and I'm not responding to them, that
Yeah.
there might be something happening that's like outside the sphere of this community?
Yeah, and I covered all that. I said, "What is up with you? Dead? Question mark. You should tell me if you're dead. Did
That's the only
Smokey
thing
convert
outside of
you?" I said, "COVID, white victim of police brutality. Oh shit, I muted you. And do you need help with bail? So I covered it all. You should have responded to one of those things.
I've been on vacation, okay?
One of them had to be true.
Well, fuck, you were on vacation last week.
I was.
Okay, we're not going to get into your work history right now.
Well, I don't think you'd be privy to those documents.
Jill and Smokey tried to convert me today. To convert you to what? I thought you were atheist already. Tried to, convert you to their, from whatever the hell weird shit you're into, to whatever in the hell weird shit they're into. The
Top Dog
conversion.
Static in here. Wait, you gotta
Yeah.
move Top Dog to the top so that I can see his fancy facing.
Okay, I'll move immutable down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's where we're at today. Immutable. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, I
Yeah.
didn't-
Okay. Well, I'm just a little bit butthurt.
But it's okay. I mean, after having to debate Maddox, I can understand why.
You debated Maddox?
No, after you debated Maddox, I can understand why.
Oh. Well, that was months ago, man.
I know.
Oh, anyway, hi, Top Dog.
Hey,
What's up?
everybody can
So-
hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, there's something else here. I'm not sure if this is a useful thing to play or not. I can't remember what it was. Icon. I'm not sure why I marked it even. It may be nothing.
That's an
Like
arbitrary.
this is fucking stupid.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
IQ is dumb. I'm
the,
just,
the level
I'm
of
just
the
going
level
anyway.
of arrogance that you just came out of your mouth is priceless. Given the fact that you actually in a debate, you literally tried to use arguments about things you didn't know, and now you're okay.
I told an anecdote in a debate. That's nothing. The
no, actually,
point
there
is,
were
dude, I
multiple
can tell
points.
you are
were
exceptionally
multiple-
insecure, and I could see it in
Oh.
your debate with Rico.
Oh, that was all actually the same one. So that was nothing.
I didn't watch that debate. How did that come up exactly in conversation?
Well, this is the after show. For some reason, he joined John Maddox's stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I played the little part where this guy told Maddox he was insecure and had daddy problems. That was just so precious. And I mean, he was so right on, and then he just imitated him with this literally. And John Maddox said, "I'm literally not posturing, basically." And then he said that you just did it, motherfucker. You're just, I don't know. Anyway, so I don't know if anybody saw what happened with Nathan Hart, but I watched the same drama play over and over again on their I run their live chats while I'm going to sleep to see if I can pick shit up. Yeah, here we go. Sound bites. Where's that at? Let's see. I have to unshare this screen. Stop that screen. Share another screen. Try again.
Oh, Leo's here. God, Jesus.
Yeah, Leo's here.
Oh, we have a full house tonight.
Yeah.
A lot of people. Let's see. Chrome tab. Share audio. Share audio. Soul Sleep. So this was Praise's stream. He did Kill the Smoke, you're trying to convert you. Here's a Zernique. I don't know what a Zernique is. You're new. Hello. What is this stream? Just us chatting about crazy Christians. Trying to keep up with the devil, basically. Convert me to their cult. That's basically right. They do have kind of a cult.
Unfortunately, that's fairly accurate.
Yeah, it is. And
Hello, brothers.
It's sort
Hello,
of being,
brethren. How are we doing today, brother?
Yeah, brother,
Hello.
brother.
Oh.
Brother, you're in danger of being a reprobate because you read this Bible passage wrong. You got the wrong idea. You need to get the smoky think or stinky think.
Evidently.
Stinky think.
I need Smokey to teach me how to be a real intellectual, not a pseudo-intellectual.
Right. Speed is desperate. Okay, speed. That's the other thing. Smokey mentioned me like 6 times in the stream the other night.
Why the fuck are you letting P-Mars in your live chat?
Well,
how do I
you
stop
have a
him?
right to speak.
Yeah, he can speak.
Okay. Okay.
What?
Okay.
What's going to
Okay.
happen?
Okay.
You warned us.
I did.
Oh no! Now I'm scared.
All you can do is take my advice and ban P-Mars now, or you can see exactly what the fuck I'm talking about here, and it's up to you.
In the end, it doesn't even matter. He's been a really, nice guy so far.
Yeah, he's been chill so far.
Okay.
He's just saying like he's into peace and love and stuff.
Okay, so who's gonna be designated to watch the fucking chat? Who's got a wrench? You guys all got wrenches?
Yeah, I think I got a wrench.
Mutable. Well, make a post. And I'll give you a wrench, and keep an eye on that mother. Smokey, need the Bible to understand God. Lol, I can just communicate directly to God. Okay, you're starting to slide down the chute, Pete Mars.
I told you.
He can channel the sun gods.
I am God. Okay.
Did you post something immutable?
No, I don't mean to fuck with my
Hold on. Well, I already have a wrench.
Oh, you have a wrench? Okay, keep an eye on. Yeah, we'll
I'll
throw his ass out if he starts saying weird shit that I don't approve of.
Athena wants a wrench. Well, albinos have to have something in this world. Might as well.
Does he not have a wrench?
Oh, he does not have a wrench. Okay, add moderator. Oh no, I gave P Mars moderator rights. I fucking clicked on the wrong thing.
Did you actually?
No, Athena, you have it.
I was about to say goodbye to your live stream.
I think Athena has one now. You have to post something else so I can see if it worked. I think it worked. You're an atheist. It's actually, Zernique. We are pretty much full house of atheists here. We got
Pretty much.
Yes, 6, 7 against P Mars, and I don't know what you are. What are you, Zernique? Tell us. Immutable destiny. Oh, you got a wrench, Athena. Okay, I was going to share a screen. I share it. Shit.
Never understood why so many channels just hand out wrenches.
I don't know.
I know. Like,
Fuck you. Okay.
okay, what I don't understand about the world is why anybody would give Gavin a wrench.
Oh,
Gavin.
Xeronex is also
Or
an
if faithful honest and true. I mean,
No, Xeronex is also
Jason Ezard, like.
Okay, Zernick, you're okay with us.
Well, if you
You
want
get
to stream, just let us know. Hopefully,
You're in the right spot.
you're in the right place.
I hope we're in the
Subscribe
right
to the
place.
channel.
There was a whole bunch of stuff here, but I thought this was kind of interesting.
Ooh, we're at 122 subscribers.
How much?
122.
Yeah, I went up a few this week. It's happening slow.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to
You're doing
do
great.
debates.
We're gonna have to what?
We're gonna have to go on modern day debate.
I know we are.
It'd be nice if I could get back on that channel. I don't know if that'll ever happen.
Ask to debate Dr. Kent Hovind.
Yeah,
I don't want to debate Ken Hovind.
I know.
Oh, come on,
and-
he's such.
You know, I've thought about if I ever like go fully revealed with you know, my identity and stuff, I might do an in-person debate because I live pretty close to him. So we'll see.
Hovind, I guess he won't go on Modern Day Debate. I heard he'll only go on Standings channel.
He only goes on neutral platforms like Standings.
Well, Modern Day Debate
is a neutral platform. He only goes on platforms that are going to take his side on things.
Yeah, I was
That are
being
gonna favor him.
sarcastic.
James was
That's why
here.
I said the Standings channel isn't neutral.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, the debates aren't bad, but I mean, you can tell there's a little bit of a bias, but it's really
Yeah.
not like terribly strong. I would debate on Standings channel.
Oh, for
I
sure.
would.
Yeah, Standing actually he runs pretty good debates. I think the only time I ever get really annoyed is whenever they have the Q&A section and it's just creationist questions. Like
Yep.
they never ask questions from the other side unless they're super chat.
James was here in Minnesota in Mankato debating the former president of the Minnesota chapter of I don't know, whatever, the American Atheist or whatever.
Is James a psych major?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
He's
going
like a
for a
PhD
PhD
student.
in psychology.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but I listened to that debate, and James was pretty much talking the precept storyline, you know, the whole thing. And I was amazed at how I expected better from James. I don't know, but he was okay.
Maybe I'm too harsh against psychology people, but it's just I have
RJ Downard's in the chat.
Cool. Hey, RJ.
Your debate
Hi,
with
RJ.
Nephilim the other night was phenomenal, as always.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
yeah. What
He
We're
did.
just,
He did to me last night what he did to you in that debate. Just would not answer questions. Would not allow his worldview to be challenged. Accused you of talking over him every time you tried to press him on something, but then would talk over you consistently. Oh yeah,
yeah.
that's
Wait.
Nephi.
Guy
Nothing-
watching him do.
Yeah, Nephi doesn't understand the concept of irony.
Yeah.
There's a lot of concepts Nephi doesn't understand.
Well,
Dude.
yeah. We'd be busy like filling a library trying to enumerate those flaws he has in his mind.
Well, James, I had an interesting talk with Otangelo yesterday on my weather
Oh,
report.
God, did
which
you?
might want to listen to.
Jesus.
And I don't think I was easy on him. Do you think I was easy on him?
I'd have to see it. I haven't seen it.
No,
yet.
I thought you were appropriate with him.
Yeah. I don't know. I was not. I don't think I was easy on him at all. I shut him up every time he tried to go down the rabbit hole.
Well, all
No,
he does is read from the script that he has from his own damn blog. That's it.
No, actually,
Yeah.
like this conversation like you had with him wasn't horrible. It really shocked me as towards like why Otangelo like couldn't just say the words, yes, Maddox was wrong.
Right. I know he couldn't. And I hit him over and over again. I hammered him every which way. But no, because Maddox is a brother. And Maddox, I think what Maddox meant is this. It's like, no, he fucking said this. So he didn't mean that.
Yeah, that's something weird. I noticed that with Nicholas whenever you had the conversation with him.
Oh, you got a new you got a new laptop. Does it actually work? Because I know you didn't show up one week, and scientist Mel was there, I think.
Yeah.
Trying to fill time, and I was away from my computer, so I couldn't get or no, I don't think I watched it live, or I would have got on and tried to help a little bit. But anyway, that's good. What channel was it? It was on Modern Day Debate. So anyway, I got a little thing here.
What's up?
Huh? What?
I was gonna say I think it was only last week, so it's fairly recent debate there.
That's like
Yeah, it was last
2
Saturday,
years.
I believe.
Yeah, it was.
last Saturday or Sunday.
Yeah,
that's like 2 years of COVID time.
Oh, Dimitri is in the live chat, 11th Dimension.
Demeter.
Oh, hang on. Hold on a second. No. Okay, I got two sons over tonight.
By the way, 11th Dimension, is your username a reference to string theory? I'm thinking it has to be now.
I don't know, but his profile picture is Yoda. I appreciate that. What were you going to show though, Speed?
Oh, I think 11th Dimension wants to get together with Otangelo.
Oh God, Jesus!
And Otangelo said, I think Otangelo said yes, but I'm not. Maybe he hasn't yet.
Someone's going to need to moderate that, like pretty heavily.
I'll be there.
Yeah, I'll let you moderate. Well, how the hell can you moderate? Can I get? Yeah, you can mute people now that you have a wrench.
Yeah, well, not in the debate.
Okay.
Or not in the like live chat.
You got to give people permissions in the actual StreamYard to be able to mute people.
Can you do that? I've tried to do it before.
I honestly don't know if you can.
Yeah, but we want to give Otangelo credit because he is very. If you start talking, he will stop talking. He's very polite. He's very easy to talk to. I think, in fact, I felt like I was abusing him yesterday a little bit.
It's because he's too nice.
Yeah, he's a nice guy.
That's
So
the
anyway,
thing. I treat people based upon like the demeanor they give in conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I like Otangelo because he's willing to be respectful, even if he's just absolutely asininely wrong.
Yeah.
Like, and he doesn't like do this whole ego stroke thing that Maddox does or Smokey does.
no, he's a decent person all the way around. That's why I was questioning why he couldn't disassociate himself a little bit from some of the scum that he's hanging around with. But
I mean, just, like, of all the people, like, Maddox is by far, or I don't know, Maddox and Smokey kind of tie each other in terms of their toxicity. Especially, like the anti-feminist bullshit.
Smokey has mommy problems and Maddox has daddy problems, and one thing fits into the other thing's hole, and they tend to be inseparable. That's the way I see it.
The problem that both of them have is that their ultimate goal is not to have an honest and civil discussion with people. Their goal is to rile people up and get people going and attacking worldviews. Yeah, essentially embarrassing them by attacking their worldview. That's what they care about. That's why when they debate, more so Maddox than Smokey. Smokey can be tolerable at times. It just kind of depends on the topic and his mood and who he's around and things. But Maddox just doesn't seem to give a shit at all about having a discussion. He just wants to portray this, I would say, delusional image of himself where he just knows more about these subjects than literally anybody, which isn't the case. But that's why you find that they attack their opponents' characters, and they attack their worldviews. If you watch a debate with Maddox and he's debating somebody, you will find that he attacks their worldview and pretty much does, like, I don't know if rarely have I seen him actually address the point that somebody just made. Like, and actually address the substance of it. It's usually just a personal attack or a worldview attack.
Well, do you think he knows how to do that? I mean, is the better question to ask. Like, do you think he can like critically analyze like the nuances of somebody's point?
No. Nephilim Free demonstrated last night that he has absolutely no capability of doing that, which I already knew.
That was amazing.
What did he do last night?
What's up?
Him and Leo.
I can't hear when two people talk.
Oh, yeah. Never mind. I forgot that Leo had a conversation with Neff last night.
Yeah.
Wait. What happened? I wasn't aware of a conversation.
It was me schooling him, George Bond, and Chris Keith on cosmology while they desperately attempted to reconcile any semblance of their own worldview that they couldn't actually reconcile. Because not only does the data not support their worldview, but they don't understand it well enough to even make it fit their worldview.
Nice.
In short, if you watch it, it's pretty embarrassing for mainly Nephilim. I can't really say anything about George or Chris. They weren't involved in it. They just kind of made some comments here and there. Chris Keith, the thing, I don't mind him. He seems like somebody who actually kind of does want to have a conversation with you. Whereas everybody else, it's all about talking down to you, condescending you, talking over you, and everything else. There's a select few of them. Otangelo is one, Standing is one, Chris Keith is one. Smokey, he's hit and miss. Sometimes he's open to actually having a conversation. A lot of the times he's not, but Yeah, Nephilim.
thing is-
He rage kicked me 2 times, not once, but twice.
Let you
There was a period where I was muted for like 20 minutes while he went off on something. Every point he made, I had already addressed, or at least almost every point.
Yeah, the thing is about Smokey particularly is like he's very, it's almost bipolar with him, because there's certain like trigger things you can do that'll
set off the smoke alarms.
Yep,
well,
the
that's
smoke
one way-
alarm. If you're talking the science, he doesn't seem to get mad. But if you attack the Bible itself and what it says and how it's interpreted and things, that's his soft spot.
Oh,
Because I
attack one of
remember the very first time I was in one of his streams about a month, 5, maybe 6 weeks ago. And towards the end of it, I had mentioned that the Bible has been misinterpreted and reinterpreted thousands of different times. That's why we have all the different denominations. And not just Smokey, but everybody, but mainly Smokey because it was his room. So he was kind of not dominating. I don't want to use that word, but he was kind of sort of commanding the conversation. I started getting insulted and attacked right off the bat. So that's what it is. If you're talking the science with them, yeah, they'll tell you you're wrong and this, that, and the other, and they'll be fairly reasonable. But if you actually attack the fundamentals of their religion, that's where they lose their shit. And I think it's because they know that they have an indefensible position.
One thing you should do next time you go into like Smokey or Nephilim's room is ask them how it's scientifically plausible for a human being that has died to rise from the dead.
Oh, I've done that with Nephilim before and other creationists. Well, not just Christians, but Christians. I essentially what I do is corner them into admitting that at least in their worldview, that necromancy is a real thing, and that they believe that Jesus was a necromancer. At which point they are, by definition, admitting that Jesus was a wizard who could do magic.
Well, turned water into wine. I think
No, Jesus literally was a wizard who could do magic. If you accept the Christian view of him, he could do magic.
Yeah,
he could do transmutation. He could walk on water. He could do necromancy.
That's pretty cool,
Recognition. Literally, he was a wizard because he could do magic. These people believe that wizards are real, that magic is real, that necromancy is real.
Actually,
and the thing
magic
is, when you press them to admit this, they won't, because they understand how absurd it makes their worldview sound. Because it does. Because it is absurd to believe in magic. It's childish. Simple as that.
The Bible is actually, I forget which passage it is, but there's somewhere where it says like magic is basically punishable by death, right? And that's why like in the Middle Ages they hated witches and stuff.
Yep.
And I know plenty of people who were raised pretty fundamentalist who like weren't allowed to read Harry Potter and stuff because of that.
Yep.
It's pretty funny.
People like that.
This P. Mars guy sounds pretty reasonable to me. I don't know.
No, okay.
Well, the evolution is elitist philosophy. The rich are more evolved than the poor. I don't know if that was like.
Oh fuck! I didn't see that.
Satire. I can't tell if that's satire or if he's like.
He's conflating it with social Darwinism, which was developed by Herbert Spencer.
Anyway, okay. We're still evaluating you, P. Mars. You don't want to be on the pudding list.
Everybody else is still evaluating you. I'm already not. The P in P Mars stands for pudding.
Who changed the stick to a snake? That was Moses.
Okay.
The sticks don't change to snakes.
Wait a minute. Moses could do magic too?
Yeah.
Well, he made water come out of a fucking rock.
He talked to a flaming bush.
No,
isn't he also the one that literally split an ocean in half?
Yeah, the Red Sea.
Yeah.
Instead of just going over the Sinai Peninsula, he just sort of like split the Red Sea in half.
Isn't he also the one that wandered around for 40 years in a desert when the trip should have taken them like maybe like 7 days by foot? That
Although, I'm pretty sure that
they had
was
done a single file line from their starting point to their end point, the first people would get there before the last people had left the starting point. Yet they wandered in the desert for 40 fucking years.
I'm pretty sure it was
and
because
there's literally no evidence of people having wandered in the desert. Right.
There actually is a defense of that, which is not a good one.
Yeah, sand dunes.
I wouldn't consider a defense because it's shit.
No, sand dunes look the same no matter which direction you look at them from. So they got confused. They kept circling the same sand dune for 40 years.
Well, actually, when I was the apologetic I was given for that was like the original the original people of Israel, because they were disobedient, had to die, and only their children, because they would be pure, would be allowed into.
Yeah, they were cursed by God for worshiping a false god. They had the ball or something like that. I forgot what it was. It was either a pig or a cow like shrine.
Yeah. And so they had to die, and once that happened, then they could go through to
a generation time. The ancient Hebrew people considered generation time to be 40 years, which is actually why there's exactly 40 years between what is it, like the rebuilding of the Temple of Jerusalem and there's exactly 4,000 years between the rebuilding of King David's temple or something and their supposed creation story, because that would make them the 100th generation, because the scribes changed all of the dates so that it would line up so that this date would be like significant. So if you actually look into like the historicity of the text and stuff, because the scribes don't care, like the ancient Middle Eastern scribes didn't care about absolute dating like we do now. And I honestly think that these like desert dwellers from the Bronze Age would laugh at fundamentalists and young Earth creationists and stuff.
They would.
They'd be like, why the fuck are y'all taking this
don't understand what
seriously?
was written down wasn't meant to be taken literally like they're taking it.
Yeah,
well,
exactly.
I mean, if you've studied like not only scientific but also like church history, they're like, this view that the Earth is young is a relatively new view. I mean, it's like literally popped up within like the last 100 years or so.
Well, so the Earth was
honestly,
thought
I
to be
can't
young for
remember.
a while, but the young Earth creationist movement, like the specifically anti-science movement of YEC and stuff, that's only been around for about 100 years, 150 years.
I mean, it was supposed to be like a few million years, but old.
Well, okay, so
Like
back
and-
before like conventional sciences, they thought the Earth was, however old the Bible said, because they had nothing better to go off of.
The Bible
But
actually
generally
never
once dating
states how
started
old the
to
Earth
grow.
is. What somebody did is one particular Christian used the sort of the family line of the Bible from Adam to Jesus, and used that as well as other things like Noah's flood and the Exodus and all these other events that we already know didn't actually
They
happen.
added the dates given. They added the dates of the people given in the Bible and corresponded that with the genealogy to construct an approximate time for how old, like, the Earth would have been according to those records.
Yeah.
Did anybody watch Brainbug? He had a
Earlier
guy
today?
on.
Yeah, I did.
That the Bible actually does not.
He had that guy on.
What guy on?
The guy from Dragons and Genesis podcast, somebody who knows one hell of a lot about biblical and ancient text history, and he had a lot of really good information. He was explaining how a great deal about the myths and how they all relate, and that was on Brainbug's channel. It was really good. That was yesterday. So, and I put the link here in chat for people to check out. So anyway, that was pretty good. I'm going to play a clip. I just want to, this is just a preface clip to kind of give an idea of me clipping things.
Okay.
Okay.
Like speed of tweaker trash. You know what, dude? If you want to play the Roddy Rat Roach game and just take little sound bites for your channel and clip them together to quote unquote fit the narrative, dude, help yourself. I don't even care at this point. You guys are big.
Okay, thank you, Smokey, or Stinky. I will help myself.
Icky? You mean icky? It's icky.
Stinky. I call him Stinky Snake now.
No, it's icky taint. Icky taint.
Yeah.
Icky taint is too perfect.
Really good.
Okay, I this channel officially disapproves of that second word. You guys can use it, but I won't.
What
So
the fuck is wrong with the word
Snake.
taint?
It just brings up an image in my mind that I don't really want there.
Oh, so it's one of those words like moist. You just don't like it.
Oh, fuck.
Well, that's all the more reason to use it.
Okay,
Icky taint.
how do I
You
remove this guy?
You know what the taint is, right?
Leo, don't even go there. Let's go
I
on.
thought it was a serious question. You know what the taint is, right?
Nope, I don't know nothing.
The taint, at least on a male, is the skin between the ball sack and the butthole. On a female, it's the skin between the vagina and the butthole. That's called the taint.
Cool.
That's
So
why
now
I
you know
started
his
this.
name, Icky Taint.
That's why I started this channel, so that we could have breaking information on evolution and primates. And I say thank you, Leo.
And now we know about
We're
taint.
learning this piece of anatomy.
I mean,
And we
yeah,
know
I
about
mean,
we also know about the ickiest of taints.
yeah, stinky snake.
Or it's called the
Icky
gooch.
taint. I'm sorry. I don't call him that, but it's funny.
Stinky snake.
That's a good point,
Icky
DM. And let me say this too. Girls, when you're going out in public in yoga pants and low-cut tops, you freaking know what you're doing. Okay? Don't pull this crap.
No.
What are you going to say, Smokey? They're asking to be raped. If you say anything close to those words,
Some bites.
Right.
You know Wade, so I don't
think there's decent women in America anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Smokey. You should definitely be the judge of
That's
that.
exactly what I would expect.
I don't think there's decent women in America anymore.
Nobody said foreskin.
Yep, that's incel.
You know,
speak.
Smokey.
That's what an incel says.
That's definitely an incel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
There aren't good women.
You know,
because
I think
nobody wants to fuck you because you're just the beliefs that you hold to, the opinions you have are just fucking disgusting. Women don't like that. Women don't want a man that's sexist and misogynistic. They just don't. Not in today's world.
You know, he calls me tweaker meth head a lot, and he really makes a big thing of that. But last night he was talking about how he should have died and how he was this atheist who did all these horrible things. I got a feeling that he's actually about 60 years old. He lives in a hut in Arizona in the middle of the desert. Nobody will come and see him anymore. His family hates him, and he was like a tweaker, pothead, reject, and he eventually found God. That's just what he strikes me as, because
it's one of those people, you know, that once they find God, that's all they talk about, and then they do everything they can to push it on everybody else, like they didn't have a really, really bad past. Like that, that one uncle in your family where it's like, hey, morning, Uncle Tom. Yeah, it is a good morning because Jesus woke us up. Hello. Cool. I love him. Do you? And you're just like, whoa. Calm down now. We don't need all that.
One of those people that makes everything about Jesus, even if it's not supposed to be.
That's exactly what I said. You know, it's just like good morning. Yeah, it's good morning because Jesus woke. It's like, well, dude, I didn't say anything about Jesus. I don't care.
Yeah. Anyway, let's see. G-Man and Otangelo are a dynamic duo. My goodness.
Wait, where did this happen?
I don't know. That would be fucking awesome to see.
Hold on.
That would be like mixing oil and water, fucking water for sure. It's just, what if? It's a what if debate. Oh, that would be great. Oh, so we had the woman join. Oh God, there was so much more in this stream. It's all over. Let's see. Male has to be there with her. Let's see. Yeah.
More incel. She would only ever do the sessions with her male partner.
He's talking about a woman who did some sort of evangelical church thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, it wasn't her husband, but it was another guy in the church, and they would do the session together. And she would do a lot of the talking, but he was there as like, you know, that secondary, you know, portion of like, this is just so you know, this is the two of them and they're doing this, and this isn't meant to be women instructing men.
Right.
You know, and it was a round table discussion anyway. She was never instructing us. We would all give our take. We were all instructing each other. So that type of thing for a woman is a very perfectly appropriate feminine ministry. Same with the kids ministries. I think it's kind of creepy and inappropriate for guys to do kids ministries. I'm sorry.
Okay, why does he think it's creepy for men to teach children?
Because women need to belong in the kitchen and nurse their children. God damn it.
Yeah, but I mean, on the other side of that, why is it creepy for men to teach children? Male teachers are creepy?
Because men are supposed to be out on the farm working.
Yeah. Well,
didn't you know? Men are the breadwinners for a reason, God damn it.
Kids with men. I labeled that one, kids with men are creepy. I mean, if you think it's creepy, why do you think it's creepy?
The worst part is the beginning part where he's saying like, oh, well, it's the women weren't instructing us. It's perfectly reasonable for the woman to have a man behind her That's the only time that she can say anything that's worth anything.
That's the other thing that caught me too. It's like,
yeah, it's fucked up.
Why are you so vehemently opposed to the idea of like women instructing you on how to do something, Smokey? Like, if a female nurse like told you like take down your pants because whatever, like they're doing, are you
That's an interesting choice.
Are you just gonna like disobey women because they're not supposed to be in?
You got to remember, Smokey's an incel. He's never had a woman ask him to take off his pants, and I don't think he would know how to properly react to that, whether it was a nurse, a doctor, or not.
I think he'd probably shit himself, but yeah,
probably. And then he would have to take off his pants. For
sure. This whole thing starts at kind of late in the night. At the 10th hour of an 11-hour stream where Smokey had a nap. I think I was actually on this stream for an hour and a half.
This was an 11-hour stream.
Yeah.
I can't.
Usually she's a really good sport about it, I guess. But yeah, that's really what I think.
She is. She's
well, I guess, and honesty, Angel, just so you know, like to your benefit, I think women being interactive in our community is very rare. That's why we almost don't assume it.
I wonder why
girls don't like to usually play in the mud with the boys,
Yeah,
it's not that. It's the fact that you're just a sexist asshole.
Yeah.
The whole church is sexist.
In all honesty, I would have to say some people are like, women shouldn't be preaching. They should always be quiet in the congregation and stuff because of certain things that it says. Well, then you have to remember Jesus did use a woman to preach to the men. You know what I mean? Like, hey, he's risen from the dead. Hey, Jesus said, damn well, Mary Magdalene was there, when he ascended, when he finally go out into the world and preach the gospel of all creation, like.
The point of that verse, and just if I could ever so briefly kind of elaborate a bit, it's about reestablishing what could end up being a perversion of roles. Women are, by their structure and creation, intended to be the support components, the nurturers, the supporters, the sustainers. All these things. They're almost kind of
the support class.
And it's not called upon them to be authoritarians.
I.e., women are subservient caretakers. That's all.
Physical, spiritual makeup was made to be. That's just not what they were designed for. And so the idea is that, and when we see this in history, like with Deborah, the judge, the prophetess.
Has he ever had a female boss? I wonder.
No.
Fuck.
He wouldn't know what the fuck to do.
No.
That's why he's an incel, because if you have a girlfriend, buddy, it's a fact. She's going to take control in some situations, and you got to let her do that because she has the right to do that. These guys, the Brotherhood, wouldn't know how to handle that.
Yeah,
that's why they're incels.
He said women are not designed to be in an authoritarian role.
Women are not designed.
Yeah. There you go.
Simple as that.
It's not that Deborah was such a strong woman, and she was.
Who the hell's Deborah?
It's not because she was such a strong woman that she was on the forefront.
Debbie.
She was on the forefront because all the men were so weak.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a really low blow.
Yeah. Okay. If you have a bunch of women with a bunch of liberal men, basically that's what he thinks. So.
Smokey, I really want you to go to like a military base. Like walk up like to a female commander,
and
just like tell that to their face. Oh, you're not the commander because God made you that way. It's because all the other men are weaker than you. And
trash clown.
So he's saying that women are incapable of leading.
I hope that's Ian Chen. I bet Smokey is like the person who goes to the doctor and refuses to refer to his female doctor as a doctor because she's a woman. So he just calls her like Mrs. whatever instead of like doctor whatever.
He's probably that kind of person that says, "Oh, thank you, ma'am," like referring to her like in a very informal kind of way.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that can be also respectful. Like I would say that. I would also say like, "Thank you, sir," to a male doctor. But I would also refer to the doctor as Dr. X or
Yeah,
something.
like thank you, Dr. Chen or whatever.
Dr. Chen. Ian Chen is now a doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Lady.
Yeah, Dr. Female.
I'd be curious to know what Smokey Saint's favorite Game of Thrones character is, because that tells a lot about somebody. But knowing Smokey Saint, he's probably never watched Game of Thrones because he couldn't handle it.
Oh, right.
Since there's like wizardry and like witchcraft.
And the fact that two of the most powerful characters in the show are women would just set him the fuck off. The fact that the most powerful character in the show is a woman would piss him the fuck off.
And he'd be screaming, they got the scriptures all wrong.
You ever wonder if like one of the reasons that Smokey is like so like has such a hate boner for women is because earlier in his life, like he was a peeping Tom?
It could be.
No, I think it's just because he holds to ideas and views about, family structure and societal structure that, quite frankly, I'm just gonna be honest, are misogynistic. Women don't want to be with a fucking man that's like that. That's why incels, as they're called, are almost exclusively conservatives, because who holds to the traditionalist family view? Conservatives. That's why the only women they can get are conservative women, because the rest of them are like, no, I'm not some subservient little bitch that just does whatever the fuck you want me to whenever you want. You can go suck a fucking bag of dicks. And I'm sorry, these are little fragile boys. They're not men who don't know how to handle a strong woman. That's why they're incels. That's why they're so wannabe alpha male, is because they're trying to hide the fact that they're actually quite fragile in their masculinity. And that's why they don't like women in positions of power, because it threatens their masculinity, which is already fragile.
You missed the beginning part where what was his name? Brett was talking. He's just calling out Maddox for being a fragile human being. It was funny.
Okay. Anyway, there's a hell of a lot more here, but should we roll?
By the way, to RJ Downard in the chat, he said, you mean Smokey doesn't follow the High Sparrow? The thing with Smokey is he would be one of the ones that would be a part of the faith militant.
Yeah. I think Smokey does hate his mom.
Actually, Speed, you watched Will Kincaid's stream
with him and Rage.
Oh yeah, I did.
Right?
Yeah.
Did you get the part where Smokey alluded sort of to the fact like that he might have like had a kid, but that kid may or may not have died?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. He did. Yes.
He actually said something like that when I was talking about abortion. He said he went through a similar situation. I asked him about it, and he got all defensive. He just started going off on me.
Doubting Thomas is right. Too many boobs on Game of Thrones for Smokey. Yeah, he'd see the first season and would lose his shit because the first film. One of the first female characters you meet is Daenerys, butt ass motherfucking naked.
Well, also the very first scene of the show is Cersei and
fleeing. The very first scene of the show is the guy fleeing the the wall.
Oh, you're right.
Lord Eddard Stark takes his head off.
Where's the one where Jaime and Cersei are in the tower and they push Bran off?
That's towards the middle end. But yeah, that's where Bran catches Jaime and Cersei fucking in the tower, because that's not until Robert Baratheon, who obviously is married to Cersei, goes to Winterfell to ask Eddard to be his hand, because Cersei had Jon Arryn killed.
Yeah, I thought that was earlier in the season. It's been a while since I've watched it.
But the thing with me, when I go by
you're botting on us.
No, we're losing him. Doctor.
He's roboting.
Roboting away. I think the most powerful scene in the entire Game of Thrones was when they burned that Daenerys and everything burned.
Yeah, when she goes to when she's with all of the former Khaleesi's, and then they have the male calls there, and she just torches them all alive. Yeah. She comes out of the fire and she's butt ass motherfucking naked, just standing there, flames. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, but that's
a pretty good scene.
I'm talking about the other one that happened in the first season when they burned.
Oh, when she walks into Khal Drogo's funeral pyre.
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
That was just a chilling scene. I was like,
One
oh,
of my favorite scenes is when her and Drogon just fucking lay waste to the Lannister. Not really. I guess you could call it not really a fleet. The Lannister army that was transporting the gold from Casterly Rock to King's Landing to pay the I think what was it, the Iron Bank, because Cersei needed money for the war against Daenerys, and Jaime comes back and he's like, dude, she torched 1,000 wagons in a matter of minutes. She killed almost every man that we had or injured them. This is what she did with one dragon. She has 3 of them. And I'm just like, yeah, you're fucking right, you little bitch. The thing is, starting in about season 6, I actually started to like Jaime as a character.
Yeah, Jaime got cool.
Yeah, he did. And I think it's because, despite the fact that he was always and always would have been in love with Cersei, I do think that he started to understand that she is a Machiavellian, conniving bitch. She's a cunt. I mean, let's just be honest. That's what Cersei is. She's a cunt. I don't like to call females that word, but that's what she was. And I think Jaime realized it. But it was also the fact that he was falling in love with Brienne of Tarth, and that was kind of pulling him away from his sister. He would always love her because that's his sister. They had that relationship. That's just who they were. But yeah, he was he started to realize what his sister was.
They're from Alabama. Anyway, okay.
Yeah,
you want me to roll?
Did not win that debate.
Yep.
Can you guys handle any more of this shit? I mean, it's pretty thick here. This kind of colors them for who they are.
Women kind of having to rise to the occasion and pick up the slack for men is not a critique of the strength of women. It's a critique on the weakness of men. Yeah. So, in the church setting where you actually have a hierarchical position, if you were to institute a woman over a man, you basically essentially perverted the entire hierarchical order that God established.
Yeah.
Not to say women don't have their use in the church, and I believe they do. In fact, I've even told a story of how for a year or two, a little over a year, I think, I went to a devotional study before church session of a church that I was attending. And the devotion was led by a woman. But it was just that. It was just devotional. She wasn't instructing us doctrine. She wasn't teaching us, things like this is how you're supposed to see it. She was basically going off of a structured, planned workbook, that was to lead, a group of people in a devotional message. And in order to avoid any semblance of possibly even being condemned for having taken a position of leadership, she would only ever do the sessions with her male partner.
Okay, so
it wasn't her husband, but it was another guy in the church, and they would do the session together.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure how much
There's parts of that are like genuinely confusing to me. I mean, the first hypothetical question is, if the devotional the woman was using was written by a woman, right? Would Smokey still take the devotional course?
No, it doesn't count.
No.
If it's written by a woman, it doesn't count.
No, she's going by instruction manuals that a man wrote.
There already is a gospel that was written by a woman, and no, the Council of Nicaea did not accept it as part of the Christian canon.
What exactly is he going on about? To avoid any conspiracy, she would always do it with her, honest and loyal husband. As if what? If she didn't, what are they going to do? Drag her down and make her say 10 Hail Marys and whip her ass?
I guess so.
What's the if women are acting as leaders?
Okay, the fucking disappointing thing for me is that there are still it's 2020, there are still men in America that think this way. What the fuck?
That's because they're incels. They don't know what a powerful woman is like. They don't know how to handle one. They don't understand one. They don't understand a woman in a position of power. They don't understand a woman who is a leader. They don't understand a woman who takes charge. Because they don't understand it, they fear it. Because they fear it, they resent it. That's just how the human mind works. These are men who have never been exposed to that type of woman. That's why they don't like those types of women. It's as simple as that.
Well, the only person in the group we know is actually engaged in intercourse, and we only know that because John has a child, is John.
Maddox. Yeah.
Still standing.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Have we done a DNA test?
Sandy has a kid, and also
Well-
apparently Ramat has a kid. But I feel bad for that kid if it exists.
Oh,
Okay, so
Dang.
they're fucking the Tommy Lahrens of the world, and should I be proud of them? I'm not.
Actually, a little horrified.
so did
If
Ramat bottle feed his kid vegetable or fruit juice?
I mean, yeah, Tommy Lahren is actually kind of
No,
attractive.
okay, that's what I've
Physically, anyway.
heard. I'm not entirely sure that Ramat has a kid.
No, he said something about having a kid. Well, he had kind of implied it in what this interview
Yeah.
he just recently did. So
Yeah, that's where the a bit of orange one.
yeah, and I immediately called Child Protective Services. Had him look into that shit.
And she would do a lot of the talking, but he was there as like, that secondary,
How much of this did I
portion
play?
of like, this is just so you know, this is the two of them and they're doing this, and this isn't meant to be women instructing men. And it was a roundtable discussion anyway. She was never instructing us. We would all give our take. We were all
I
instructing
think we've
each
seen
other.
this before.
So
This whole thing?
that type of thing for a woman is
I
a very
haven't.
Yeah.
perfectly appropriate feminine ministry. Same with the kids ministries.
Oh
So I
yeah.
just
Oh,
don't
yeah,
think it's
yeah.
ministry.
Yeah, we did.
Because
As much as
like when it comes
Yeah, see, like where I would have an issue with a woman
Orphan.
saying she wants to rule a church, I'll have an issue with a man saying he wants to rule a
Orphan.
child's ministry. Like I'd have an issue with both of those things. I feel like it might be a perversion of roles. You know what I mean?
Foreskin.
yeah,
Perversion of roles.
What the fuck does he mean by roles? It's not even a good question to ask because he's not going to give a reasonable answer.
Yeah.
Would not
Perversion
give a
of
reasonable
roles.
answer.
Well, they elaborate. They elaborate for the next 10 minutes about what women can and can't do and what they're designed for, and it's pretty interesting.
Do we want to do that, or do we want to go over your talk and Maddox?
Actually, what I would like to do is ask Speed of Sound why the fuck I even bother turning my camera on when he's got all these fucking comments blocking my beautiful face.
What the fuck are you down there again?
He does this every single stream.
I am
Every
so
single
sorry.
one.
I didn't. Why do you keep sinking to the bottom?
Because I'm the last one to come in.
We have two beautiful faces in here. It's Top Dog and Leo,
I'll try to put
and both of
myself-
them were covered.
Put myself on the bottom. Nobody wants to look at that old fuck. There you go. Now you're floating above the comments.
There we go.
Oh, I can't even find that comment. Wow, we got a lot of comments out there. Somebody watching comments because I don't watch comments very well. Oh, it's P. Mars and Doubting Thomas, and we got
This
a
is
little
not
bit.
the stream you seek.
And a little bit
This
of
is
RJ.
not the stream you seek. This is not the stream you seek.
I'm hearing a lot of wind.
Yeah, is your fan on again, Leo?
No, that's me doing it.
Oh, you're going whoosh? Can you hear me
It's
whoosh?
not the stream you seek. What? I'm just fucking around.
Okay. Okay, so I don't know. Anyway, yeah, there were a few more goodies in here. So I guess after having watched it, I'm kind of like done with Stinky.
Yeah.
Stinky doesn't. I don't know. He just cackles, and I feel like I'm watching Wizard of Oz.
That's something we got to talk about. Raise your hand if you agree.
Well,
Smokey
Top Dog.
definitely has a stoner laugh.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, he's a stoner left. Yes. Top
Yeah.
Dog.
Yeah.
Whatever. Top Dog's only going to be on the bottom now. Top Dog's on the bottom. That's what happens, Top Dog.
That
The
the
refresh
guy
button,
might
Stanley.
he might not smoke anymore, but Smokey used to be a smoky.
Oh, Red Fang's here. Red Fang.
His face, that's the weed. Who?
Is that like a
What?
LARPing avatar?
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Red Fang?
Looks like lacrosse or something. Maybe.
What?
Looks like it might have been lacrosse or something.
I don't know. Red Fang's on Jay's channel.
Yeah, he is.
I've been over there a few times. I pop in the middle of the night and say hi once in a while. But I don't know. So what do you guys all want to do?
Do you have any more clips from other stuff? Or?
Do we want to go over the clip
I don't
where
really. Huh?
Maddox heavily implied that DNA wasn't connected with chemical bonds.
Oh, you want to look at that again? Where the fuck is it? Oh, hang on a second. I got a million tabs here. Just a minute.
Get rid of a few thousand. That's sword fighting. Okay. No, it actually is LARPing.
Yeah. Hope you're using real swords. Oh god. Oh, my whole hip just popped. That hurt.
What did you do?
I moved my leg.
We can always.
What can we always do? Oh no. Now I'll never know.
One thing I hate is like when my foot, if I'm not using it too much, just falls asleep and then I try to walk on it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Hurts like a bitch.
Yeah. God, it's hot out here. It's been like 90 degrees. It's been well over 90 like all week. I'm excited to go back to the Midwest, and there's going to be a cold front coming in. It's going to be like 60 degrees. And not only that, I'm going to have my own room, so I won't have to sit outside while my brother does Bible study, so I can live stream. It's going to be great. Because if y'all have been hearing crickets and or frogs, I've been sitting outside while my brother has Bible study.
Yeah, I hear a lot of crickets when I try to communicate with you guys lately.
Oh, lost someone. Oh, Leo.
Oh, we lose somebody again?
Well, now he's back.
No, he's back. Back in business.
I didn't put him back. He just came back. Are you back, Leo?
I never left.
Really? What? Well, you're on the bottom again. That's where you belong, I guess. I don't know.
I'm just about.
The Lord wills it.
The Lord wills it. Where are we here? I think it was right here. So, okay. Let me roll this.
Ziranek, we have been talking about creating a Discord. Speed is the only one who seems to be vehemently opposed to that idea.
No, I'm not opposed to it. We can create a Discord, and you guys can go there and, trash it up.
You have to participate in the Discord if we're creating a Discord.
I will participate a little bit, I guess.
Well,
yeah. How the fuck do we do that? Well, we'll discuss that. Anyway.
I'm on Discord, so I can create a channel.
Yeah, I'm on. I think I have Discord.
You have a Discord. I'm in at least one Discord server with you.
My wife is into it. I love to go and watch. I don't think I even want to look at that one.
I think he's talking about like
sword fighting.
Oh, okay, good.
Let's hope sword isn't keyword for isn't a
video.
Sword fighting. Okay, video. Roll.
Yep. Roll it.
Whoops.
I'm not really sure what kind of a question that was. I guess the complete and utter fascinating ignorance of the talking point just spewed by my opponent is that it is a well-established premise that deterministic chemistry, and I'm paraphrasing a quote here, deterministic chemistry no longer accounts for what we are discovering in biology. And
solid.
I mean, I can literally pull up the paper and show you the.
And he doesn't understand what posturing is.
Quote if you want. Or you can read the entire paper.
Well, I mean, I don't have to read the
it's
paper.
my turn to respond, right?
Tell me how.
I literally explained one of them to you, which obviously went over your head. But let's go with the second one. So we have, you claim it is nothing but cascade chemical reactions. Well, what we're discovering with structural biology is that
oh god, he's so
things are happening in literally different spatiotemporal regions.
No, they're not. That doesn't
are happening simultaneously to another one that are then used in conjunction, but there was no initial cause and effect.
We've broken down this clip before.
The process to occur.
Gibberish.
So when you
no literal cause and effect, and so what does he think happens? How can he be any clearer, and how could Otangelo defend him on this? I don't get it. I don't know.
Well, this is why people call accuse him of word salad.
Yeah. The beginning of that, the posturing of your talking points, or go, oh, what the fuck? I don't know.
Yeah, the thing is, like, it'd be better for Maddox if you just cut straight to the point and avoided this whole word salad bullshit.
Right.
Because even for people that understand like the jargon he's using, the point he's making is just the point he's trying to express is very simple, but it's convoluted because he's chosen like to wrap it up and
he's trying to make it convoluted to sound smart.
Yeah, he's wrapping up like a simple idea in very fanciful terms, like that are being misappropriated.
Yep. Yeah, it's continual. Oh, let's see here. Should I roll it?
Yep.
I don't think there's too much more. I don't know.
Yeah, let's lose some more.
Look at it that way. You have, from a reality perspective, you have two separate functions being executed simultaneously, but then conjoined to have a alternative outcome. And this is reduced to such a simplistic, well, it's not simplistic, but such a fundamental component of life, which is the ribosome and the translation of mRNA into a polypeptide, that there is no chemical reaction between the codon and the amino acid. It is literally being read. This is a recognized premise in biology, in cellular biology, information theory, that there is literally a read of data being executed by the ribosome. There is no chemical reaction. So
yes,
to argue that there's nothing but cause and effect, chemistry is absolutely eviscerated at the fundamental of the creation of a protein. There is no chemical reaction.
If there was no chemical reaction, then what is creating the polypeptide chain?
I know.
The ribosome is the Holy Ghost.
Okay, so technically, if I'm recalling right, amino acid synthesis, he's correct in the sense like that there is no chemical reaction in a formal sense between the tRNA and the amino acyl tRNA synthetase, because all that's occurring there is codon.
You mean the mRNA?
Yeah, between the mRNA and tRNA, there's codon anticodon pairing.
Yeah,
but that's still hydrogen bonding.
Bonding.
The chemical reaction, at least as it's defined in chemistry, is described as what is essentially the forming or breaking of a covalent bond.
Fair enough, yeah.
But it's a chemical interaction. The chemical interaction that's occurring, particularly in the case of codon pairing, is hydrogen bonding, which is stabilizing the structure necessary for this amino acyl synthetase and amino acyl transferase proteins to do their thing and to start creating the nascent chain.
Okay, but you could say exactly the same thing about any enzyme. Any enzyme is going to it's going to bind with hydrogen bonding and polar bonding or whatever. It's going to bind something into it, and then it is going to there's going to be a chemical reaction as a result of that binding. You cannot say that is not a chemical reaction unless you are going to be pedantic about a chemical reaction is only when you change bonds, basically, on something.
See, and that's what I was going to say is that it would be like saying that what occurs in the cores of stars isn't a chemical reaction because it isn't the forming or breaking of a covalent bond. And I understand where the relevance of that definition within that particular framework. But speaking more broadly, a chemical reaction is much, much more than that. However, that being said, I understand
it's a chemical interaction.
The relevance of that. Yeah.
It's chemical interaction. Calling it a chemical reaction
is a better word to use.
Yeah,
and that's
but it's still molecules bouncing around. It's not like the ribosome whips out its book and starts like flipping.
And is
through the
literally
pages.
reading something.
Yeah.
And
they don't know what is meant by the term read. They think that it's literally like us.
The thing is, like that reading, so to speak, is determined by like the relative affinity between the mRNA and the tRNA molecule, and it's because that it's quasi-stable that it allows it to to be locked in long enough for the for that process of synthesis to take place. If it was too strong, it wouldn't let go.
Yeah, and when that codon locks in to the anticodon locks into the codon, there is a conformation change. You're roboting real bad, Leo.
Yeah, aminoacyl ribosomal synthetase the enzyme that actually knows the genetic code because it finds the correct RNA with the correct amino acid. Yes, and that's because it's that protein, if I'm not mistaken, is interacting with the acceptor loop.
Yeah, you could say this about.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to make a comment to what you posted by Otangelo there. There's a physical distance between the anticodon and the charging site of the amino acid on the tRNA. That's cool. There is also a physical distance between two protons bound together in the nucleus of an atom. That doesn't mean there aren't still reactions taking place between them.
Excuse me.
What exactly is your point? I mean, because the two molecules aren't physically on top of each other, it's something different?
Yeah, I guess that's what it's saying. Well, they're not physically in contact with each other, so they can't be interacting, which isn't true. Two protons are interacting in a particular manner.
I mean, I'm very curious about if those basic types of chemical interactions that are defined. We could run through them if you want to, but it's just that this is just interesting.
Oh, so Otangelo says wrong point, not John's point. Yeah, John is trying to make the point that the fucking code is arbitrary or looks arbitrary from where we can see, and that's his only point. But he said it in the wrong way, Otangelo. He said stupid shit. He said it was not a cause and effect chemical reaction. It's all chemistry anyway. That's how cells work. I mean, Jesus Christ, admit it's wrong, Otangelo.
So Otangelo is now asking, so how is that recognition set up?
Yeah, so now he wants to. That's what he did to me yesterday morning, and I kept stopping him and saying, "No, we're not going to take the fucking goalposts and run across the football field with him." And he does it over and over again because apparently, Otangelo, you have a blockage in your brain, and there's a Bible stuck there, and you got to get rid of that Bible. You got to stop thinking about supernatural things and start thinking about methodological naturalism.
It's called Morton's demon.
So the way it occurs prebiotically, at least my conjecture about it, is that small peptide chains or the amino acid itself has a physical interaction with that nucleotide. It has some kind of physical interaction with the nucleotide chain, and that influences aspects of the stability and availability of the amino acid and its ability to be synthesized.
Yeah, and I was telling him about the papers that we run into get Leo's back. He froze out. Now you're back on the bottom.
But yeah, I mean, most likely it's due to the chemical affinity between small peptide chains or even the amino acid itself and the codon triplet.
Oh my God, Icarus's comment. That's funny.
I know.
Oh, that's just too good. Oh, that's too fucking good.
It's spot on. But that's the whole point. What's the whole point? The whole point.
Okay, this is something I've heard RJ mention. What is the origins or bust? What does that mean? I don't get it.
Origins or bust is whenever... Oh, does anybody else want to explain it? Or?
Yeah,
no, go ahead. I was going to try to steel man it, but I think I'll get it wrong, so go ahead.
Well, origins or bust is just the idea that if you confront a creationist on evolution or something like that, well, they always just run to the argument, well, you can't explain abiogenesis, despite them being completely different fields, right? Like, abiogenesis is irrelevant to evolution, and evolution is irrelevant to abiogenesis.
And that's, Otangelo, this is why you're never going to ever be considered to be doing anything having to do with science. You're always going to be considered a preacher. because you
Well,
think
that's the thing. Does he know what methodological naturalism is? Because methodological naturalism is a formal philosophical term for science.
Science.
no, Top Dog, I didn't watch that moon landing thing because I think it would have broke my brain open. Yeah, we become that's a good one.
God, I love RJ. I love RJ. That guy just I love it because he asks questions that are relevant, and then there's a pause. The person he just asked that can't answer it, and they go on some tangent about something unrelated, and then James is sitting here trying to pull him back. And I had to do that with, if anybody that watches the stream that Nephilim did last night, you will see me do that almost literally a dozen times. I tried as hard as I could to disseminate their worldview, figure out where they were coming from, what they meant by certain terms, and all they did was say, "Oh, you're playing semantics games," because they did not have an answer. It's sad.
Yeah. Okay, Top Dog wants to show us something. Oh no, my kitty.
It's sad. What?
You're not going to hijack the term science from materialism, Michael.
Science is inherently natural. I mean, that's just
methodological.
Science is inherently material. There
do science.
Is literally nothing in science that's not material. Not one thing.
God,
science is concerned about if there are things that exist which transcend the material, because science can only study the material world.
Yeah, what else? How the hell is it going to study your God? And we're supposed to go to the Bible and.
I think Top Dog needs to have his screen shared.
Okay, I'm going to try it. Where is it?
I think he's taking it up.
I don't think. I don't see a screen, so apparently I have to do some. Oh, there you go.
I was muted.
Oh, you're good.
So this is Celestia.
Yeah, these are cool videos.
And it's an old simulator. So, and it still predicts pretty good, close to a lot of the things that goes out here. Like shadows and stuff. It can still do all that.
This is a program?
I'm using 3 screens. Yep, Celestia.
Nice.
You can download it for free. You gotta look. It's called Motherload. Something.
Does it run on the Mac?
It's called anywhere. I don't know. Show you up close. It's a little blurry, but you can actually get real close to, through the atmosphere.
Nice.
Cool.
A little bit. It shows you the lines and everything from the orbit.
Sweet.
Try to hit the right button. Center. No, that didn't work. Forget how to do all this. It's been a while. Don't even know where I am.
I do want to address the 2 comments. The 2 comments that Otangelo just made. Yep, and that's the wrong framework for historical science, where design is excluded a priori. No. What you like? I don't mean by historical science, because we can use science to make conjectures about the past. If you don't think we can, I'm happy to have a conversation with you about that. And there's no difference to distinguish historical from observational science. The second point, while intelligent design is a possible explanation for origins, if you were to actually demonstrate your intelligent designer did exist, and that there's sufficient reason to believe in that, perhaps. But you haven't shown that. All the intelligent design arguments do are referential to human intelligence. But the issue is, like, the teleology and the teleonomic structure for those arguments are well understood. And we know that humans are the things that design those objects. There is no evidence outside of an intelligent designer existing, except for the ones we know exist, being humans.
Yep. Yeah, and humans have not been able to pull off designing life because life is too small. It operates at a different level from what any intelligence that we know can operate at. But they insist that they have this super being who can do all sorts of things that humans can't do, which is entirely your Bible talking, and you need to take your goddamn Bible and get it out of our laboratory.
Of course, there's a difference between operational science and historical science.
Like what?
You make it seem as if we can't apply what we know about the past, like to make predictions about the future.
Because, Otangelo, I've listened to you address this before, and there are too many people here, and they would gang up on you. And
we can do it at a different time, Otangelo, but
yeah, we do it at a different time. Saturday Night at the Atheist is for atheists.
Exclusive club.
It's an exclusive club, yeah, brothers.
But if Otangelo said he was an atheist, now we'd let him in.
Yeah. Yeah, if we can convert you, Otangelo, you can come in. Totally wrong observations. What? Of course, there's a difference between, okay, and then no, not needed. Totally wrong observations. I am not an agnostriist.
I thought those were funny.
Yeah, what the fuck? It's Brain Bug. Brain Bug's
Hey, Brain
here.
Bug.
Hey, Brain Bug. I really liked your Bible thing yesterday, Brain Bug. Oh, what the fuck, Leo? I can't. Okay, you're staying on the bottom this time. Fuck you.
Well, fuck you too.
I'm not floating you up again. I'm not going to keep floating you.
You know what? I have bitched and bitched and bitched. If you want to call my mom and my grandma, since they're the ones that pay for our Wi-Fi, you can tell them to call the fucking place and have them come out and expand our range. Because there was something that I did want to mention really quick, if I may. It's been a few minutes naturally because my Wi-Fi. It's like I said, our Wi-Fi is awesome. It's just it doesn't go very far, my room is right on the edge. But Otangelo had said something in the chat that I did not understand the difference between hardware and software, which is interesting because in our debate on MDD, he asked me the same question, and when I defined them, said that I did it correctly.
Okay.
So what are we looking at, Top Dog?
The moon.
Lunar eclipse.
I gotta figure out where this is.
You're definitely looking at the moon.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Lunar eclipse, but I'm trying to find a good one.
Celestial. Oh, shit. Yeah, do you have a link for that program? Because looking up Celestial, you get a lot of links other than that program.
Celestia.
Or Celestia? Oh,
yeah. Yeah. It's a motherload.com or something like that.
I'll try that.
Yeah, the one that is celestia.space/download.html.
I definitely need to watch that one. I didn't see it.
It does work on Mac, by the way.
It does.
I have it set for November 30th this year. And this is what it's going to look like, I guess. Well, already passed. Not a very good one.
Oh, nice. I throw
Only
my
a little
calcium
bit, though. Yeah.
It sucks living in Minneapolis. When I lived in northern Minnesota, there were stars, like just the sky was just covered with them. Now I haven't seen a star in 10 years.
By the way, guys, I'm going to have to get out in like 10 minutes. I got a really long day ahead of me.
Yeah, I got to get out too.
Okay, we got the Earth shadow from the moon. Already passed today. Oops.
Whoa, the clouds are almost like outlining South America. It's kind of weird.
So I'm going to do a weather report tomorrow, and I'm going to get my yucky drawing tools out, and I'm going to go through this tRNA thing a little bit and try to explain why I have such a fucking problem with the way John talks. I mean, he's talking shit, and I know where he got it. I found the paper from David Abel where he said that, what the fuck did he say? Deterministic chemistry can no longer account for biology or something, which is David Abel's way of talking shit and making it look good. But I've asked John a number of times for the paper, and he won't give it to me in Otangelo until John gives me that fucking paper, until he actually tells me that I got the right paper, I ain't talking to any of you guys. I want that paper. Either give me the author and the year of the paper, or you guys don't deserve me. Right? I mean, if they cannot, I mean, if they're like, oh, I got a paper, and then you ask for the author and the fucking year of the paper, and he refers you to his document thing, which has 150 papers in it, you can all go fuck yourselves. You can tell me what you got.
Why don't you just do your homework?
Why, when we're mad at people, do we tell them to go fuck themselves? Like, why would you want somebody you don't like to be having sex? Wouldn't you want them to go fuck themselves? Like, instead of saying, you know what, I hope you get fucked. No, I don't want you to be having sex. I hope you never get fucked.
Okay, have you ever been really, really drunk and lonely and tried to fuck yourself?
No.
It's not a pretty picture. It's not
Here, Speed. Let me help
show
you out.
hands in this life.
Hold on. Let me help Speed out. Hand.
What?
Curl it. Play, and then just the rest should be pretty obvious. Boom. There you go. You're fucking yourself.
Oh shit! Never thought of that. That sounds like masturbating. I don't know.
Which is fucking yourself.
Well,
not literally. No. Okay, we're not going down that road anymore. This is a highbrow show. This is like we keep it on the up and up here. I think we half our readership just took off. So anyway, guys, yeah, we can end her here and have a little chat offline.
Okay.
Yeah.
That. Okay. Good night.
All. Oh, damn, that sucks because that. Oh man.
What happened?
Oh,
Angelo.
Yeah. Does someone want to come to my channel to discuss why methodological naturalism is unwarranted in regards of historical sciences when the only thing that in science has ever historically explained anything that we have ever observed was methodological naturalism? That statement just reeks of just sheer ignorance of what science is and how it works.
And begging the question.
Yeah. General relativity was discovered through methodological naturalism. So was special relativity. So was calculus. So was classical mechanics, quantum mechanics, astrophysics, astronomy, biology, chemistry, things like archaeology, things like anthropology, psychology. Then even shit like economics is based in methodological naturalism.
Yes, and actually, the idea of like Newtonian gravity was developed for a very simple. The idea of calculus was developed for a very simple question, and that question is due to an observation that Newton made.
Yep.
And that was, if the apple falls towards the center of the Earth, does the moon fall also?
Mm-hmm. And
due to the mathematics at the time not being sufficient to answer that question, both he and independently Leibniz Gottfried.
Wilhelm Gottfried, or is it Gottfried Wilhelm? I think it's Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz, isn't it?
Gottfried Wilhelm Leibniz.
Yeah, that's how it is. I always get the first two mixed up.
Yeah, they independently developed calculus in order to answer that exact question.
And I believe it was differential calculus that came first, and then it was integral calculus, but I might be wrong on that.
So, Leo, should you and I go to Otangelo's channel and talk about methodological?
If he's willing to have us, I am. I have a lot of respect for Otangelo, so I would love to go to his channel.
Yeah, well,
you have fun. I'm gonna go get to sleep.
Okay, good night.
All right.
Yep. Take it easy. And by the way, the last question that Otangelo asked, I would be happy to answer that on his channel because it requires somewhat of a more. It's a nuanced explanation that requires a bit of explanation, so I can't just.
Yep.
What we're looking at here is the debate last night on the left, and then the actual Mythbusters video that I found on the right.
Rest in peace, Grant Imahara. That was pretty sad. A little while ago.
What was that? What's that?
Grant Imahara. He's one of the dudes, one of the three Mythbuster. I forget what they call their little trio, but he died recently, like about a month ago or so.
Yep. Yep. When I heard about that, I was just like, wow.
That was crazy to me.
What happened to him?
43. Aneurysm.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
All I can tell you is my future wife, that's what I call her, Amelia Clark, because she's just a gorgeous person. Then that's just not physically either. Anyway, she didn't have just one brain aneurysm. She had two. And I can't remember the technical name for the disease. One or more of you might probably have her. I have a feeling Immutable's going to know what I'm talking about, but he's not here. But what happens is there's a particular blood vessel in the brain that thins. It's thinner than what it's supposed to be, and that had a mirroring effect when her brain was developing. It wasn't just on one side; it was on both sides of the brain. What she went through, I think, if I remember, it's either 50 or 60% of people that experience it that die. 50 to 60% of them die.
Yeah,
and she's alive. She didn't, and that's each time it happens, it's 50 to 60% chance that you're going to die. This happened to her twice, and she's still alive. That, I'm sorry, it's just fucking incredible. But that's also because she lives in a country that has single-payer healthcare. So that's, if she had lived in the United States, I'm going to be honest, aside from the fact that she was already kind of sort of wealthy at that point, and probably would have been raised in a family that was well off. And anyway, in the United States, I don't know if I could say that she would still be alive if she had been raised in the United States.
The software is made of caffeine.
That's kind of just to put out there how often people die from aneurysms. This woman survived 2 of
Evidence
them.
of God right there.
2 of them.
That's what the
no,
demons say.
that's evidence that Amelia Clark is a fucking fighter. And that's also evidence that humans can figure shit out and can fix problems. It has nothing to do with a God.
Yeah.
Of course, we all know that, though.
Some parts of the brain can be damaged
And I know
without dying. So.
Oh, yeah. Tangela, I have no problem coming to your channel. It probably won't be tonight because it's a little late. I think you still have my email, so just email me whenever you've got a time in mind. I'm assuming you still have it. I don't know. I still have yours, so if I don't hear from you in a couple days, I might shoot you an email, just see where you're at. But yeah, if you still have my email, just shoot me an email when you want me to come on, a date and a time, and we'll go from there. But yeah, Tangela,
going on a date?
No, no.
Be sure to let me know when that happens too. So
I will.
Anyway, okay.
Like I said, I have no problem with Tangela. He's definitely one of the more intelligent ones out of the group. So I can have conversations with him. You can have conversations with Tangelo. A lot of them you can't have conversations with them.
Right. Yes, I think it was a little tough on Otangelo yesterday, but anyway, I'm going to end this.
It is what it is.
Okay, ending broadcast. Say good night.
Night, everyone.
Good night. My best, everyone. I think Demeter left already. Good night, Brainbug.